Most people stay broke not because they're lazy, but because they follow a script that they never questioned. And once you see this, you're not going to be able to unsee it. So, what we learn a lot of times is to go to school, get a job, spend your paycheck. It's like nobody's actually teaching how money works and how to build wealth. So, how to make your money work for you so that you don't have to work so hard. It is totally normal to be financially stressed. And that stinks, right? So if you follow the crowd, then you are going to get the crowd's results. So let's look at the three main money mistakes that cause people to stay broke so that you can avoid them. The first one is that people just spend and think later. Okay, so there are so many influences coming into us that tell us to spend. Okay, so whether it's social media, I mean, now I feel like so many companies advertise with more of a TikTok style than what a regular commercial used to be. And I don't know about for you, but for me, it is more convincing. It's like, oh, this person seems really fun and trustworthy. Oh, and they use this product. So it makes us feel like, okay, our life would be better if we use that product as well. We also are influenced by friends, right? So everybody's got the same water cup that they carry around, and it's like this status symbol. Well, just remember that spending money on things because everybody else has them doesn't really make a lot of sense because anyone could put that on a credit card and carry around that status symbol. But not anyone has your personality. Your personality should be what is bringing your friends in, not the fact that you also can purchase those same items that everyone else has. Of course, that's easier said than done. I also want to impress people. I dress nice because I hope that it will make people think higher of me. So it's not that we're going to go around with a messy bun and sweatpants on all the time. We still want to look nice. We want to be presentable. But just because there is one name brand or one item that everyone else has, it doesn't mean you have to have that to be accepted. So, this should help you to be able to think before you spend. Because if you are constantly spending, then thinking later, you're going to be thinking about how much debt you got yourself into and how you are going to dig your way out of that. The second reason that people stay broke is because they have no ownership in anything. They are just trying to work as hard as they can to make the most income as possible. But if you don't have ownership, so you don't have investments in anything that's working for you on the side, which we call passive income, that's money coming in that we're not having to pour our blood, sweat, and tears into on a regular basis. If you don't have that, then every dollar that you get has to be worked hard for. Warren Buffett, which has been one of the richest men in the world, said that if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, then you are going to work until you die. In other words, we have to find ways to put our money to work for us so that we can relax a little bit. The third reason that people typically stay broke is because they have no plan for their money. We have to start out with some clear goals that we're trying to reach. We want to start out with a clear direction as to what we want our money to do for us. And a lot of times we do that through very intentional budgeting. Budgeting can be fantastic because it allows us to completely make a plan for our money so that maybe it will help us to buy a vacation home, buy that vehicle that you're really wanting to purchase, to be able to retire early, to be able to have a flexible job. All of that is only going to happen if you have an intentional plan for your money. If you don't tell your money where to go, then it's going to leave. So now let's shift to the three reasons that you are not going to be someone that is living broke. The first reason is that you are learning this information early. Most adults, if they ever learn it, they learn it too late in life to really make a massive impact. And as you go through this series, you're going to see why you having time on your side is going to be the biggest benefit that you could ever ask for. The second thing that is going to prevent you from being another adult that is broke is that you are going to think differently after having this information. You're going to understand how to be very intentional about your decisions, asking yourself, is this purchase or this investment going to make me richer or poorer? And we are going to fully understand the difference between looking rich, acting rich, and actually being wealthy. And third, you're going to understand how to build wealth, not just spend money. So you're going to be able to have a clear plan for your money to make sure it is working for you. And I'm going to help you to understand how to have different income streams so that you've got that passive income. And even if you start small as a teenager, it can grow much, much bigger and make a huge impact on your future. And so, what your first step is going to be to get on the right track is to just build awareness of where your money is coming from and where your money's going. And I understand as a teenager, you may not really have much coming in and going out yet. But if you can just pay close attention to that, not even just your own money, maybe look at where your parents are spending money on you as well. Maybe ask them, hey, how much did my meal cost today? How much was it if we go out to a restaurant or at home? How much gas do you think we spent on getting me to school today? How much were the clothes that we bought for school this year? Just start being aware of how much is being spent on a regular basis. I've worked with a lot of teenagers who were like, I don't understand. You don't really have that many bills as an adult. And I started listing out how many bills I have, and it ends up being close to 20 different companies that I'm paying for different services. So it's really great in the first place to just be aware of where money's coming from and where money is going. So just try to build that awareness over the next week. So what keep in mind, most people stay broke by accident. You are going to become wealthy because of intention.